A very good evening to all our viewers on Everton FC's YouTube channel and evertonfc.com. All official members can watch all the Under-21 games streamed live, of course. And tonight we're at Finch Farm for Everton against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yes, this is the venue for tonight's fixture, which kicks off at 7 o'clock, so not too far away. I'll be joined by Jose Baxter for full commentary on this one, the former Everton attacking midfielder, now Everton's academy assistant coach, so looking forward to it indeed. It's been a couple of weeks since Everton Under-21s were in action, getting a great result down at Chelsea, high-flying Chelsea, but it's been a little while since Everton recorded victory. Can they do so tonight here at Finch Farm? Everton against Wolves gets underway shortly, but first let's catch up with Everton's Under-21 head coach Paul Tate. So delighted to be joined by Everton's Under-21 head coach Paul Tate ahead of this one against Wolverhampton Wanderers here at Finch Farm tonight. Paul, thanks for your time before we get underway tonight. It's been, 14 days since you were last in action, but I tell you what, on the back of a very good result down there at high-flying Chelsea.
Yeah, it feels like a long time since we played last. The Under-21 games come thick and fast, but we've managed to get a 2-week break in between games. Coming off the back of a really good performance at Chelsea. Had to defend for large periods in the second half, but we're always a threat on the counter-attack. And probably could have come away with a win in the end, but really good performance. People will say it's been a while since you got the victory at Under-21 level, that game against Brighton back in January. It seems a while ago, but it's not all about results, is it? It's about the development of players at this level. Yeah, it's about the development. Listen, we all want to win. We're all football people and we're desperate to win games. But everything else kind of go out the window, everything that you've been working on in the week. And, for the sake of nicking a game 1-0, we want to play the way that we've practiced. We want the boys to express themselves, and if that brings the result at the end of it, then everyone's happy. And how's the preparation for this one been, given that you would have had a number of players away on under-17 duty, under-21 international duty as well? A bit different this week? Yeah, the boys who are away on international duty gives us a chance to bring quite a few of the scholars up to train with us and come into our environment from the under-18 environment, so it gives us a good chance to mix them together and wait till the boys come back from international duty. And normally when they come back with a spring in their step. Sometimes a bit tired if they've played 3 games in a week, but great experiences for them to go away and play for the country. Well, someone who must have a spring in his step is Isaac Price, having been capped at full international level. He must be delighted. Fantastic achievement. Known him since he was 10 years old, coming into the academy. Great kid from a lovely family. I'm sure they're proud of him. But hopefully this is just the start of it, and it'll make him hungry for more. And a few others have been away this week. Ishi Samuel-Smith going to be on the bench tonight because he's worked hard. Yeah, I think Ishi's started nearly every game for us this season. He's still 16 and he's been away and played 3 games in a week for England in a tournament and captained England. He's had a great week and he was just a little bit leggy yesterday in training, so he'll be on the bench, but I'm hoping to bring him on. Looking at the lineup, it does look like your experienced Under-21 side tonight, doesn't it? Because you've got the likes of Stanley Mills back as well. Yes, as you know, we've had a lot of scholars in the team over the last few months, for one thing or another. But yeah, we've got Stan back. He broke his toe 3 weeks ago, I think, nearly a month ago. So he's back. He's trained really well this week. Nice to have him back playing with us. We've got Isaac back, we've got Sean McAllister fit again now, who's playing number 10 for us today. We've got Luke Butterfield fit, who hasn't been fit for a while, so we've got him in there playing as a 6 in midfield, so it's good to have these lads back. A bit of continuity, I suppose that helps, doesn't it? Not just for you, but their development as well as a team and a group. Yeah, I mean, they've come through together, so they all know each other. But I think it's just part of this age group where you're mixing and matching, like Ishi's 16 and Kyle John's 21, so you're mixing them age groups. But yeah, you always want that team spirit, and it's the training pitch where they build that, and then hopefully we see the results of that in the games. And it's back-to-back games against Wolves, isn't it? Your next outing is down there, so expect the unexpected tonight. You don't know too much about them, or have you done a bit of homework? Yeah, we always do a little bit of analysis. We've had a little look at Wolves. They're a good team. We expect a really tough battle from them tonight, and they've got some good players. But I think we've got a strong team tonight, hopefully. But the boys have got to turn up and they've got to perform and they've got to express themselves.
Yeah, I think there's a few in the Wolves squad who played a under-18 game here against Everton a few weeks back, so maybe familiar with Finch Farm. You like it here, don't you?
I love Finch Farm, absolutely brilliant. This is proper football weather, isn't it? Dark, dreary, rainy, pitch nice and slippy and slidey. Yeah, brilliant.
The wind's not up to its usual standards though tonight.
No.
That might help the game.
Don't speak too soon, Al. It can get up very quickly, yeah, but no, perfect conditions, so hopefully the lads give a good performance.
Let's hope that is the case, Paul. Thanks very much for your time. We get underway, of course, at 7 o'clock here tonight, kick-off at Finch Farm for Everton against Wolves. I'm going to be joined for full commentary by Jose Baxter, who's just finishing off a little bit of his academy coaching. So 7 o'clock kick-off tonight here at Finch Farm. So a very warm welcome once again from Finch Farm. Here it is, Everton Under-21s against Wolves here this evening, and delighted to have alongside me Everton's assistant academy coach Jose Baxter. Jose Baxter, let's get the name right. It's normally the Christian name that gets the problems, not the surname.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Alan Irwin with you alongside Jose Baxter, and we're looking forward to this one. Going to enjoy 90 minutes of hopefully very interesting Premier League 2 action. It's been a couple of weeks, as we've said, since Everton Under-21s were last in action, when they got a very decent result down at Chelsea against an experienced Chelsea side as well, who are in the hunt for the Premier League 2 title. But it's all about development of players, as I mentioned with Paul Tate earlier there. And looking at the team tonight, it's a fairly experienced side, if you can say that for an Under-21 side, Jose.
Yeah, you sure can. Goes to show how good the standard of the lads is to go in at such a young age and play in the 21s and to remain in it, and still young, still 19, but with a handful of games, which is why you're saying the senior lads in the squad. So yeah, it's all good sign. It is about development, like you said, even though the result's great down at Chelsea. I'm sure Paul and Keith are more worried about the development of individuals and collectively as a team. So yeah, all about development.
And there's a senior international in that side as well. Isaac Price has had a fantastic week. He must be absolutely delighted. A couple of Northern Ireland senior caps to his name. A lad with a bright future.
Sure is, yeah. Spoke to him yesterday, caught him in the corridor and just asked him how it went, congratulated him. And he's a kid with confidence, and you can understand why he's got confidence. He's very talented physically. He's there, he's ready. And he just needs to keep doing what he's doing. He's went away and played against some good international teams and come back and sort of said that he thought it was alright. He handled his own, which is great signs for a young kid.
And let's talk about Stanley Mills' return as well. He's been missing for 3 weeks or so now with a broken toe, so a fairly quick recovery, and I think Paul Tate delighted to have him back, a player who's been in and around the first team squad as well.
Yeah, like you said, Stan's another one who's been in and around it, and great lad, great attitude, and great to see him back on the pitch. Not sure he would have stayed out with not sure his dad would have stayed out with a broken toe, but
I'm sure he's had a bit of grief about it as well. Yeah, but yeah, we're looking forward to seeing him back in action. And just in terms of the Everton front line, Katia alongside Franny Okaronko. Katia's done well since he's come into the side, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. I think Kat's been unfortunate with a few injuries and stuff, and like any footballer will tell you, the run of games and match fitness is better than anything, and once you get your eye in and you've had a few games, then your game just starts to become unfluent, and it looks that way for Kat, and obviously with Frankie, great young prospect, and the both of them up front together will work well today, hopefully.
Just a quick word across the back line before we talk about Wolves. Kyle John, Reece Welsh, Elisha Campbell and Mackenzie Hunt today. And they, well, certainly the centre-backs have played together for quite a while now, which is great for their sort of experience and that continuity that an under-21 coach wants as well.
100%, yeah, and it's the same like we said before with the match fitness. If you have a run of games with someone who's next to you, especially in that part of the pitch, it's vital. You build up relationships, you sort of know each other's games a little bit more, and the more they play with each other, the more they'll understand, and hopefully that it's great for both of them.
Let's have a look at the Wolves team, which I suppose on paper not too many will pick out certain names, but certainly one or two who've been around the senior first team setup and awaiting Premier League football. One who's had it is Joe Hodge there, who's bringing a bit of experience into this midfield for Wolves today.
Yeah, definitely. It's always great when you've got someone who's been up with the first team and they come down, and naturally you'd like to think, and I'm sure the lad does, he brings the standards with him as well and shows the others what it is really like to be up there with the big boys. So yeah, it's always great to have one in around the squad who's been there and seen it.
Yeah, Lembikissa as well at right back today. Dexter Lembikissa has also had Premier League experience this season as well, and you can see the substitutes there as well. Ishii Samuel-Smith would probably have played tonight, but I think he's exhausted after his exertions with the under-17s, isn't he?
He sure is, yeah. Been having a bit of banter with East, to be fair. He qualified off coming second, so I've been giving him a bit of stick because Martin Sheriff actually finished top of the group with Holland. So yeah, great, like I said, great experience going to the Euros as well. Magnificent achievement for him in the 17th team, so I'm sure he'll get more great experience away with them. Yeah,
Martin Sheriff, who's not on the bench today, he played the second half, didn't he, for Holland under 17s, that 2-2 draw against Denmark. So it's been a busy week for quite a few, and we're just about set here for this one this evening. Our referee is Dean Watson, and we're just about to get underway here at Finch Farm. It will be Wolves attacking from left to right as we look in the first 45 minutes on the referee's whistle, and off we go, up and running at Finch Farm. So a very warm welcome to all our official viewers on Everton's official YouTube channel. Official members, of course, can watch live all the under-21 games, and we hope this one is going to be an enjoyable one. It's the first meeting of these two sides this season. In fact, the next game for Everton Under-21s is down at Wolves, of course. It seems to turn out that way on occasion. So 6 games to go, including this one in the Premier League 2 season, and Everton with home advantage tonight and hoping to make it count. The ball planted long by the Wolves keeper. I'm going to attempt to get my tongue around. Palmi Arin Bjornsson is the man between the posts for Wolverhampton Wanderers, who themselves have won 6 of their 20 games so far this season, and Everton have won 7 of their 20 played so far. Carl John is just going to see that ball behind for what will be an Everton goal kick, and the man who's played in all of Everton's 20 Premier League 2 games this season is the keeper, Zach Luban, in goal, and he is Elijah Campbell finding Mackenzie Hunt operating at left back today, as we say, in the absence of Ishii Samuel-Smith, who played there recently. Katia Kiarte has won a free kick just inside the opposition territory, and Mackenzie Hunt will play it short for Elijah Campbell, who uses his fellow centre-back, Reece Welch, before he's picked up by Isaac Price, who's going to try and dictate things from that midfield role. That's an excellent ball out to Stanley Mills, who's cutting inside. He did well to get hold of it in the first instance, and almost managed to bring in Katia Kiarte.
Yeah, great vision by Isaac, that great spot.
Something that we're becoming almost to expect of him, really, which is a little harsh, I think, but he's setting the standards.
Yeah, certainly has. He set his own standards, and that's why people expect him to make them passes. It's one thing seeing it, but it's another thing doing it.
Sean McAllister has got the ball out wide now to Stanley Mills. Well, Stanley Mills was inside the penalty area. It was a ball sent in by Luke Butterfield, I should say, or on that far side, and just evading those inside the 18-yard box.
Yeah, good start from Everton. Real good start on the front foot, bringing others into play, and obviously using them wide areas with Kyle. Really good start.
Kyle's ball in after being fed by Sean McAllister, and Stanley Mills, I think today is maybe going to operate a different position, you would say, or you think he's going to stay out wide right?
Yeah, I think with Stan, what he does, he's got a natural instinct to try and score a goal. So when the ball's coming in the box, he has got that hunger to try and get in the box. So you will see him in positions what are normally not just out wide, but I think he'll start there, and as the play progresses, he'll be here, there and everywhere.
And buzzing around the edge of the Wolves penalty area on many occasions, we hope. Early days goalless at Finch Farm, and Wolves in possession with Tyler Roberts before it's knocked back by Ollie Tipton, and eventually back to goalkeeper Aaron Bjornsson, the goalkeeper who signed after a loan spell. And Wolves content to try and play their way out. Owen Hesketh and still on the edge of their own penalty area. Joe Hodge will try and bring that seniority in terms of commanding the midfield. Here he is in possession, working it out wide to Lembakissa. He receives once more. There's decent football by Wolves before it's cut out by Everton's Elijah Campbell. Work back via the right back Lembakissa. It's a Wolves side that were beaten last time out by 5-0 in their last game, which was at home to West Ham. But they did lose their goalkeeper early on in the game. They didn't have a substitute keeper on the bench, and it was a centre-back who went in goal.
Yeah, you can see why they've conceded 5 then, can't you? But when teams normally get beat at that margin, they normally try and look for a reaction and try and look for a bit of bounce back. So I'm sure that they'll come here today trying to shut up shop a little bit and all guns blazing.
Indeed. Yeah. Conceded 8 in their last 2 actually. So time to concentrate on not conceding. And the ball is with Tyler Roberts. Would have just been caught on his way inside, but the referee played an advantage, and now he's brought it back.
I think he had the advantage there, and it was a misplaced pass. I think he already had that bit of advantage, but
it was a lengthy advantage, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sure was. It's easy to referee from the sidelines, though, isn't it?
It is from our vantage point, yeah. Leading the line, Nathan Fraser for Wolves, trying to win a corner. Doesn't get the verdict. A double ricochet means it's a goal kick to Everton. Campbell sticking close to him. Nathan Fraser, who is an Irish forward, has been on the first team bench actually this season for Wolves. Ball played on by Butterfield for Everton, back with Price. And now Reece Welsh, who's started 17 of the Premier League 2 games this season. Now the switch from Isaac Price again is a good ball for Mackenzie Hunt. Who can he pick out here inside the penalty area? Katia Kuyate trying to bring in Mackenzie Hunt again, but Everton will have a corner.
Yeah, well played again. Yeah, it was, yeah. Looks like they're trying to overload on one side and then give the width on the other side, which was Mackenzie Hunt in that scenario. But great spot by Isaac Price again.
He'll have licence to get forward, won't he, Mackenzie Hunt, when he has the opportunity to do so?
Yeah, absolutely, and he will as well. Kenzie's forward-minded, forward-thinking, and got a great delivery, so he'll want to get in them areas.
So corner Everton, it is played short, still plenty inside the box, and there is the ball in, and Everton are in front. Superbly headed home from inside the 6-yard box, and Everton have opened this game up particularly well, and it's just 8 minutes in and Everton take the lead, and the header that came in from Campbell was pinpoint and point blank range almost, and the goalkeeper managed to get a hand on it, but he was never going to keep it out, Jose.
No, and it looks like it's another one from the training ground. Seen that a couple of times this year with Tatey Keith, and obviously Luke's there, the goalie coach. Brilliant. Looks straight from the training ground, and it paid off well. Great header from Eli and great ball from Luke.
Great ball in, and you say almost, well, you can't really say point blank range when it's 6 yards out, but he certainly got the power on the header that was going to give the goalkeeper no chance whatsoever. So an early lead for Everton, and absolutely delighted to go in front after some promising play prior to that. Free kick awarded here for Everton. 8 minutes in, just what you want.
absolutely. Great start. He come out, Everton, all guns blazing, and you can see it paid off straight away on the front foot, pressing.
Yeah, they've looked hungry, haven't they, when they have had the opportunity around the Wolves penalty area. Off the head of Welsh. And back with Hunt. And now the goal scorer. His first in the league this season. He'll be a happy boy.
Yeah, he sure will, yeah. I'm not sure he scores many, he like to be fair to him, but yeah, he'll sure be happy.
Still only 18.
They are the young boys, like you said, and he's got a vast experience at this level, Eli, but like you say there, still only 18 years of age.
Yeah. I think he signed for the club when he was 13, so certainly knows this place by now. Carl John just knocking it inside for Luke Butterfield. On for Stanley Mills, who just ventured inside a little and was trying to bring in Sean McAllister, but Wolves have it with Alfie Pond, who's playing at the back today, brought into the side. They made 3 changes from that 5-0 defeat last time out. And here they are with Ty Barnett. Wolves getting men forward here, but Everton certainly have the numbers to snuff out the danger. They've done just that. McAllister will get it forward, and a chance maybe for Okoronkwo to show what he's made of here. Just holds it up to bring in Katia Kiarte. McAllister, the skipper, doesn't get the return, but Katia Kiarte can knock it inside to Butterfield, and wide for Kyle John. Stanley Mills. Now Hunt. Campbell calmly across for Welch. Patient football from Everton, and then the long switch is an excellent ball too, right onto the boot of Kyle John. And now Mills. John once more. Kyle John, one of the more senior members of the team in terms of age, I suppose, 22 now.
Yeah, you look at that and you think it is old, isn't it? But like you say, still babies, and I think Kyle himself obviously wanting to get out on loan and get into men's experience. He's got a few hundred games under his belt at this level, and I think it's time for him to go and play men's football now. Yeah, joined the club at the age of 6, so Everton through and through, but yeah, you want to be playing senior football. And this time it is a corner to Wolves after their sortie forward down the right. Isla Roberts, and Wolves have their first corner of the evening. We're in the 12th minute of the game, and Everton have this 1-goal lead. So every man back for the Blues. Corner to be swung in here by Owen Hesketh. Hesketh's delivery is deep, but comfortably headed away in the end by Campbell. Wolves will try and come again, and they still have players forward and planted into the penalty area, but Hunt is right underneath it, and then the effort that came in from Tyler Roberts was well blocked. And work clear for Kiarte on this left-hand side. Is that something that you advocate as well from corners? Is it something throughout the club where every man will come back really in or around the edge of the penalty area? And yeah, it normally depends on the personnel, and if you got someone lightning up front, you tend to leave him. And in this case, Frankie's quite quick, but also he's a great size, so you do need him in the box, and you need that balance really. You don't want everyone back, because in the game you want to use them counter-attacking moments to your advantage. But no, I wouldn't say everyone back. We do tend to try and leave one or two up there, certainly.
I know sometimes you see at first team level and fans will have a go saying there's no outlet ball or anything, but it is something that obviously managers work on. And
Yeah, and I think in today's game, no manager, no coach wants to be counter-attacked on, so if you leave 2 up, naturally they'll put 3 there and it's just 1 less man in the box for you to deal with, so depends how brave you are.
Yeah. Ball back with Wolves. And the long ball again for Tyler Roberts, who's becoming an outlet down the right-hand side, but a bit too much pace on that one for him.
I think both sides early on in the game, first 15 minutes, are looking for that switch of play, and you can see Wolves there last 2-3 minutes have been aiming down this right-hand side, so want to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, Tyler Roberts, the 19-year-old, has started 10 of the Premier League 2 games for Wolves this campaign. The referee's whistle has blown here. What will be an Everton free kick.
Yeah, I think we've done it early on in the game, but see when Kyle John received that there and Wolves are jumping and pressing and they're leaving 3v3 at the back, so if you can miss that press out and just go over the top, then I think it's danger for Wolves.
Here's Isaac Price for Wolves, for Everton I say, but Wolves quickly have the ball back. Picked up again by the visitors, and Ty Barnett trying to venture towards the penalty area. Here's Lembicus getting forward on the overlap from his right back berth, and then Tyler Roberts tried to force his way inside, but he was well marshalled by Isaac Price. Chiarte just running that one out of play. Well, it hadn't gone out of play. Good work by Chiarte, and then
there's that
switch from Butterfield to bring in Kyle John. Forward he goes. Cut back on Stanley Mills to try and cut it back. They took a deflection which was kind in the end for the goalkeeper. Right into the keeper's hands. No real issues for him on that occasion. He was beaten in the 8th minute by a thumping header from Campbell to give Everton this 1-goal advantage. Spoke to Paul Tate before the game, and obviously Everton and the Under-21 setup normally play the home games at Hague Avenue, but he said he prefers it here.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, and you speak to local lads, and you know, I've got friends who are all local, and I always ask them, do they fancy it, and they always pull that face when it's Southport, as if it's just that little 20 minutes too far,
yeah.
But you know, you say to them it's Finch Farm, they're all here at the drop of an hat, which is great. Yeah. More people watching for the lads, more exposure, so I can understand why Paul likes it here.
Yeah. Despite sometimes it can get a bit windy.
It sure can, yeah. Yeah, it sure can get windy.
Wolves in possession. And the ball is with Ollie Tipton, who's going to switch it again. Down that right-hand side for Roberts. Good initial chest control. But Isaac Price is doing a number on him now, because they probably realise the danger that he might just be able to inflict. Roberts, and Price is getting back, covering well.
Yeah, he's really good at that, Isaac. He's got the desire to do it. He wants to do it, and he's certainly got the legs to do it. So he'll definitely cover for the full-backs, and as soon as that happens, you can see him driving forward as well and straight back in. So really good.
There's Jose Baxter alongside me, Alan Irwin here, live from Finch Farm. Everton leading by 1-0, 17 minutes into this one. Well, Everton just comfortable at the back at the moment. Kyle John trying to get the ball forward to McAllister, but a misplaced pass allows Wolves to pick up possession. And here's Joe Hodge picking up and driving forward from the halfway line. A well-timed challenge by Campbell. Ball does break in Wolves' favour though, and Roberts screaming for it again on that wide right position, but a little too much purchase on the ball forward once more.
Yeah, 2 important blocks early on, one from a shot and one from a counter-attack by Eli, so as well as his goal, he's defended well.
Well, he's working hard, Roberts, down the right, without too much success at the moment, but he will persist, of course.
seeing there, watching as well in the stands, it's great to have at the training ground as well for the likes of the 15s, 16s who've just finished training, just to know what the standards like, to see what the older lads are, to, you know, actually, it's one thing looking and seeing the 21s, but it's another thing actually getting a smell and a feel for it, and hopefully one day, you know, they should be watching this thinking, I want to come and take his shirt, and that's the way football is. They want to aspire to be on that pitch one day themselves, so it's really good to have him at the training ground.
And we've got a senior first team member here who's on loan from Wolves.
Absolutely,
Sitting just in front of us.
Yeah, he sure is. Great lad, Conan, and great leader, and obviously we're a lot happier to have him. And I think Wolves
Wolves lost.
Yeah, Wolves lost on that one.
Yeah. Play just held up. Kyle John down at the moment. He's okay. And play will resume with a throw in on that far side. And Wolves work it all the way back to their keeper once more, who punts it long forward, and Welch is underneath it. No problems there, and then steered back calmly by Butterfield to Everton's keeper. He's not been tested as yet. Let's hope it stays that way for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here is Butterfield. Welch. Not quite the ball he wanted. Wolves will have a throw on the far side. I say, a side who've conceded 8 in their last 2 Premier League 2 matches. Their last win was at Leicester back on the 20th of February by a 0-0, but Everton's last win in the league was further back, 22nd of January at Brighton by 2-1. But drawn 3 and lost 3 since that victory at Brighton. John Scott scampering forward after that one. He might just get some reward. Hasn't given it up, but in the end Harry Birtwistle turns and tries to clear, blocked by Mills. And again, his persistence has won it back for Everton. Great work by Stanley Mills. And now Isaac Price, can he get a shot away? Not initially, and then played back for McAllister, and Everton eventually back to the halfway line. Just thought something was going to break for them there.
Yeah, Kyle John done really well to keep the ball in play, and he actually kept the attack alive for us, which was really good. And then thought for 1 minute that Luke or Isaac were going to get the shot off, but to be fair to Wolves, they got back in numbers. Yeah, made sure that he snuffed out the danger, and here's Hunt trying to get forward again down that left hand side. The ball back with Wolves, and Barnett playing it inside, and now Fraser getting it out for Hodge to play the switch. And Everton regaining possession smartly again with Mills finding Okaronko. Yeah, clever run from Frankie, recognised where Stan needed him and was there. Slip there by Luke Butterfield has allowed Wolves to pick up possession and maybe sense that they can profit from something there, but not with those sort of passes. And Everton work it across for Welsh and then John. Approaching the midway point of the first period, and Everton have been fairly comfortable and have the 1-goal advantage. Hunt for Kiarte again. Well, he wanted a free kick. Don't think the referee's given it. I think someone's gone down the middle of the pitch, which... It's just a Wolves man down, which play is held up for. Could be happy with the opening quarter of the game, Paul Tate, won't he? Yeah, definitely. Being solid in defence, haven't really conceded a shot. And then, like you said, going forward, they seem to be flying forward when they get on the half turn or they break them lines. They're getting forward in numbers, which Paul and Keith will definitely want to see. Chance for the players to take some
liquid refreshment on board while there's a break in play for this treatment.
Yeah, it is. It's also a good time to drop little messages into the lads what they've seen on the pitch, and you see Paul getting his notepad out there and telling Kat a few little tips, which is always a great moment. Not obviously not for the lad going down injured, but for the coaches to drop a little bit of what they've seen in the first 25 minutes.
Yep. From the Wolves' perspective, I think they'd have known they were in for a tough, tricky night at Finch Farm here. And conceding early on. It's always interesting to see how players respond, isn't it? Especially when you've conceded 8 in the previous games. If you concede early on, it's heads down again, isn't it? But you've got to refocus and get the concentration levels back up and have that belief.
Absolutely, and that's where you need the likes of the Hodges.
Yeah.
Like you said, who've been up with the first team. They'll have that experience of seeing that in a dressing room, and they're the ones who need to pull the lads back together and not get too down, stick to the game plan, and try and fight them through this little bit of tough period they've had in the opening 24 minutes.
So 1-0, Everton lead, and we'll be back underway very shortly indeed following this initial break, little break I should say, for treatment to one or two Wolves players in the end. We'll be back underway with an Everton throw, which Mackenzie Hunt can deliver into Price. Neatly taken, and a great turn, pass. A great ball out wide as well, and a chance for Stanley Mills to get a shot away, and smothered by the goalkeeper. Didn't carry too much pace, he was on target.
Yeah, that's the good thing about Stan. He's a nightmare for defenders. He'll cut in, he'll be confident taking a shot with his left foot, and next time the defender might overcompensate, and before you know it, he's going on a stronger foot. So
yeah, but he's certainly been found on frequent occasions with these crossfield balls that Everton have worked well today. And Welsh this time choosing to go back to Laban in the Everton goal. Slovenian Under-21 international.
Yeah, well played.
Everton playing their way out brilliantly.
Really
superb football, and here's McAllister now wide for Stanley Mills once more. McAllister again, edge of the penalty area.
Unlucky.
Just trying to switch it across the 18-yard box. No joy. And Everton happy to work it back to the keeper once more. Only onto the chest of Mbakissa at the back for Wolves. And here is Ollie Tipton. Knocked back by Hesketh, and for left back Harry Birtwistle. Ball out of play on the far side. Campbell. Hunts ball down the line, and Katia Kiarte takes it in his stride and tries to get the better of Mbakissa. Still down that left for Everton. Trying to get a ball into the penalty area. He has done so, and it's turned home in the end. And Franny Okaronko turning it home brilliantly after it fell kindly into his path, and it was great work down the left initially by Kiarte, and then Everton managed to squeeze the ball into the path of Okaronko, and he did the rest.
Absolutely. Well up by Stan, to be fair, at the back post, nice and brave, and gets a little deflection, falls to Frankie, and that's his bread and butter. That's what he gets paid for, to put the ball in the back of the net, and brilliant. Even that from Kat, I really like that from a winger. You don't need to take a player on, you only need to shift it and get the cross in the box, and very well done.
Tell you what, he knew exactly where the net was. He didn't take any time to think about it, did he? On the turn, and wrapped home.
Yeah, it's a good old saying, the goal never moves. So Frankie knew his whereabouts, and brilliant little deflection, but you have to be there to do it.
Exactly. So He'll be delighted with that. Frankie Okoronkwo with his third of the season in his 15th start for the Under-21s tonight in this Premier League 2 campaign, but 2 goals to the good. Very satisfactory indeed for Everton in this opening half an hour, almost 28 minutes gone on the clock, and Everton comfortably controlling this game. And again, it's one for Roberts to chase on this near side. Just about kept it in play under the watchful eye of the assistant on this near side. Ball played back inside by Hodge, won back again by Everton, and
nice. A clever little run from Frankie again.
Yeah, I think this one's got too much on it. It's going to run out of play.
I like that about him. He makes midfielders' minds up for them. They are not getting on the back foot and pointing where they need them to run. He actually knows where they need them, and he makes that dart and run quite quickly, which is a dream for a centre midfielder.
Yeah, another of the 18-year-olds in this Paul Tate setup. There's plenty to like about it. Plenty to like about this Everton performance tonight. Leading by 2-0 as we approach half an hour. And Wolves may just be thinking, oh no, here we go again, in terms of conceding goals. Offside flag raised here against Roberts. Just a fraction too early. Mackenzie Hunt.
Kyle John. Well played.
Yeah, available out there wide. Now Mills.
Well played.
Neatly done again, and Price with the pass for Hunt. And on it goes for Kouyaté down the left. We know what happened last time he got into this position, and here he goes again.
Yeah, well played.
Chance to win the corner, but on that occasion, bit of a miss kick.
Yeah,
I think.
lucky. The build-up was really good. One touch, switch of play again, and once you do move that switch of play quite quickly, then it's a nightmare for the opposition who are pressing.
Certainly good to watch from the Everton viewpoint. There they are, trying to boss the midfield once more, and Hunt steps in to find Welsh.
Looks like Everton are a yard sharper all over the pitch tonight.
Indeed, yeah. John getting it into that. Must be a free kick. It's a penalty, in fact. It's inside the penalty area.
Yeah.
Right. The referee right on the spot there to point immediately to the spot. That was a good decision, I think, from our referee here, Dean Watson. Because
I like that from the referee, because if that's outside the box, he's given a free kick, and some referees are a little bit wary of giving a penalty of little soft touches like that, but it was definitely contact, and right decision.
Yeah, Sean McAllister brought down, and Everton have a chance to make it 3 from the penalty spots with, say, just over half an hour gone, and Stanley Mills has stepped up to take the responsibility here from the spot kick, straight down the middle, the keeper diving away to his right, and Stanley Mills plants it home. Cool, calm, composed, just like this Everton performance. Everton 3, Wolves 0.
Yeah, good penalty from Stan. I think keepers always have to dive when you're taking a penalty, so to go down the middle is always not a bad option. Just hopefully it didn't come off that broken toe.
It doesn't look like he's been suffering, does he, with his performance tonight?
No, and that's the way Stan is, to be fair, all jokes aside. He's a lad who's athletically gifted. He runs through brick walls for you, and the talent's there to see. He's definitely got a goal in him, and I know that was a penalty, but you look at loads of games this year, he steps up and he scores goals.
As I say, calmly stroked down the middle. It always looks a good penalty when the goalkeeper dives and it goes in the middle of the goal. 3-0 Everton lead. Very satisfying for Paul Tate, who's looking on from the touchline here. Free kick for Everton. Sounds like an easy half-time team talk that he can be putting together now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the messages are clear. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't need to change anything. Like I said, if you're Paul and you're looking for the perfect performance in the first half, then this is certainly it.
Yeah. Zach Laban in goal has basically been asked to use his feet more than his hands in this half. Goalkeepers nowadays have to be fairly adept with their feet.
Yeah, they sure do. You've seen it work before. There was a bit of pressure and he went straight into Luke Butterfield's hand on the floor, and it started off an attack for us. So it is vitally important for a goalkeeper to be good with the feet, especially in the modern game now.
Here he is again with the ball at his feet. Now Kyle John. Picked up by Stanley Mills. Prepared to have a run once more, and brought down close to that right touchline for another Everton free kick. Everton will just play this short into Isaac Price. Eventually back with the Wolves keeper. And given away by Wolves defensively, and Mills can dink one up, and Price heads wide. He just couldn't get enough of his head over the ball really to direct it and trouble the goalkeeper.
Yeah, great choice across from Stan Mills to hang it up back stick, and good lad from Isaac for getting in there, just unlucky with the conviction.
Yeah, he just stayed forward following that run a few seconds earlier, and unlucky with the header. Does have 3 goals this season for the under-21s in the league. Almost able to add to his tally there, but not quite. Everton with a 3-goal advantage, and there's Mackenzie Hunt sliding in to cut out that attempted ball that was aiming towards the direction of Nathan Fraser.
Pass.
Back with Hunt. Nicely done. Now Campbell. Taken by McAllister.
Yeah, good. Doesn't have felt yet when you play the balls into Frankie, Sean, whoever it is who's dropped into them positions, and you secure it, get your team up the pitch, and he'd actually trust you next time playing out.
Exactly, yeah. It's keeping possession superbly well for Everton. 10 minutes of this first half remaining, just under. And stoppage in play here. Bit of a breather for the lads. Always welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think they'll be telling Sean to stretch a little bit more while he's on the floor there.
Back on his feet and okay, the Everton captain. Free kick played into Okoronkwo, and wide it goes again for Mills. Okoronkwo will pick up once more.
Oh,
and he gets the return ball and then blazes over the crossbar when
Superb.
well positioned inside the penalty area. But again, it's lovely to watch from Everton, so neat on the eye, and you'll be disappointed with the finish.
Yeah, great play. A little bit easy off the free kick. It looks like you said before, Wolves going through a bit of a bad spell at the minute. Looks like a few lads have give up already for them, and simple as a free kick straight through the middle of 3 of them, and Frankie's on the front foot.
Great little return ball from Isaac Price as well inside the penalty area. He's been everywhere tonight, hasn't he?
He has, Isaac, yeah.
Tell you what, international football at senior level hasn't done him any harm.
Yeah, he'll know what the standard's like. You need to run it with them big boys, so he does it anyway, Isaac, to be fair to him. So
he certainly does, yeah. International caps this week for Isaac Price against San Marino and Finland. And here's Mackenzie Hunt putting one into the penalty area, which is cut out by Lundekisser. Hunt will get another chance maybe. Short for Campbell this time. On by Butterfield, but not quite finding Kiarte. Roberts for Wolves, trying to release Fraser. Nathan Fraser drills one across the face of goal. That's not a bad ball into the penalty area, I'll tell you what, Ty Barnett wasn't too far away from making a connection with that. First little sign of danger we've had for a while in the Everton back line.
Yeah, definitely. Good run from the lad and great ball across the face of the box. But I think Reece had it covered. He's seeing him looking at the lad as he's running into the box. He was winning the race, and as long as he was in front of him, then couldn't see the lad scoring.
Corners to be taken by Hesketh on the far side, the Wolves left. Everton defending in numbers, as we talked about earlier. Managing to head away as far as Roberts. Twisting, turning, Price with him again, but this time illegally, says the referee.
Yeah, he's looked the one bright spark for Wolves, to be fair. Roberts, he's kept going, he's showed a bit of courage, wants the ball all the time, and certainly goes with intent when he's got it.
Yeah, it's something to admire actually, because you can get frustrated when it's not going your way and you're persistently making those runs, etc., and on the odd occasion flagged offside, and just the odd ball going over the top and inches away from making a connection on it. So he's persisted. Free kick here for Wolves. Again, it's Hesketh on set piece duty. Everton looking organised in terms of the setup inside their own penalty area. Hesketh's delivery, and this time there is a save for Jean-Luc Laban to make, but a straightforward one which you or I could have made, Jose.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I think you might have.
In me day, yeah. Which was some time ago, by the way. Everton 3, Wolves 0, just over 5 minutes of the first 45 remaining.
Yeah, good decision by Frankie. Got a bit sloppy with the pass, but to turn out and try and build again, good decision. There was no one up front for him to carry that momentum on.
You see Everton's tenacity and hunger to win the ball back there, epitomised by the captain, Sean McAllister. Determination for Everton to get back on the ball quickly.
Yeah, definitely. It looks good, and that'll be something Paul and Keith have drilled into the lads. And up to now, if you could describe an Everton performance, tenacious, getting on the front foot, being nasty, but also being ruthless in the box.
And there's Roberts with a ball into the penalty area. This time he did manage to lift it in, despite the presence of Isaac Price, and I think Price just did enough there to put him off.
Yeah, he sure did, and again, great hold-up play from Frankie to win the flick on and then go and get the second one.
And here's
good
Everton
decisions.
Down at the other end immediately. And there's a foul on Sean McAllister by Hodge, I think it was, and free kick for Everton. But the scoreboard makes good reading on the far side here at Finch Farm, with the clock showing 41 minutes played. Everton 3, Wolves 0. So Butterfield over this for Everton. Centre-backs have stayed back for this free kick. Welsh and Campbell, in fact it's played short for Campbell. And Butterfield picks up again. Now wide for Mackenzie Hunt. Campbell. Butterfield looking for Chiarte, but not quite. Wolves throw. I think they'll be glad to hear the half-time whistle.
Yeah, they sure will.
A few minutes away. Paul Tate just checking his watch. But he's certainly the satisfied coach here this evening. Member Kisser trying to get the ball away, but Everton hungry to regain possession. Stanley Mills doing that. Get back with Wolves.
Yeah, you see that again there, straight away. Stan give the ball away and
he's won it back again.
Here, there and everywhere, and wins it back. And
Yeah.
It's definitely something that they've been working on. Give the ball away, can you go and win it back as quick as possible? If not, recover back into shape again. You see Sean McAllister sprinting back there. That's what it's about.
Great desire and attitude from Everton this evening. Very much up for it. But now a bit of defending to do. Flag stayed down there. Everton might have thought he was offside inside the penalty area, Fraser, but not so. Here he is again. And Wolves trying to work an opening. And if they just sneak one before half-time, that will give them a lift, but Everton determined to shut them out. Doing just that at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be the message for the last couple of minutes. No risks, keep it tight.
And here's Isaac Price, who else tidying up on the edge of the 18-yard box. Everton working their way away from their own penalty area with some confidence. Carl John.
That's good game management from Everton. Chance was on to go forward, 3-0 up, shouldn't need to take any risk like you said, and just keep the ball and kill the momentum of the game a little bit.
Hunt sending one long, but too long for Kouyaté, and no problems for Alfie Pond to knock it back to his keeper. Hesketh. Wolves down that left-hand side before Welsh puts the challenge in.
Yeah.
It's a good one because it's broken forward for Stanley Mills. Okaronko, I should say, down there.
Yeah, he's done brilliant again. Can you get yourself something? Unlucky.
Yeah, just off him and behind.
Yeah, they doubled up on him, to be fair. They realise he's a threat and he can hold the ball up, but for 30 seconds or so, he done really well.
Yeah. It could be difficult to single out any Everton player who's not been on blob in this first half.
Yeah, absolutely. All of them have stuck to the task really well, and that's what it's about now. Like Tatey said at the start of it, it's about development now. Little message he'll drop into them at half time. If any of them need anything in the game, he'll be dropping in then, and he'll be seeing if he can get that development side out of them for the second half, because it looks like the game's comfortable now.
And Everton just need to keep Wolves at arm's length in the stoppage time period at the end of this first half. We are in that stoppage time period, and Everton with an opportunity again to venture forward, and they're doing exactly that. And he was just clipped there, Stanley Mills, and gives Everton another free kick.
Yeah, as you can see there, I don't know who it was who played the ball. It might have been Isaac, and then all of a sudden he's next to the referee. He has definitely got the legs, he's up and down, and started off really good in this first half.
So free kick, and maybe a chance to add another before the break. Or are we getting greedy?
No, I think Eli'll fancy himself again there. You can see him strolling up, and listen, you've got to be ruthless in the game of football, and if there's teams there giving you chances, then why not take them? I'm sure they'll do the same to us. Indeed,
the two centre-backs have ventured into the opposition penalty area, or just on the periphery of it anyway. And a chance to try and pick one of them out. There's a bit of height there, which Everton can try and exploit. So McAllister to take, and it is lifted in, and half a chance, and then another header coming in from Welsh, which didn't carry any pace.
Yeah, I think it was Eli again who got up there first, and
he did.
Breathe a little bit of confidence from his early goal.
Roberts jinking inside and
back in numbers again. Really good Everton.
They just swarm around the opposition. It's happened on many occasions in this first half, and Everton have certainly got their reward. Here's Butterfield. Kouyaté down that left hand side, just trying to get an opportunity to get a ball into the box, but nothing doing apart from a referee's whistle and a free kick to Wolves. 2.5 minutes of stoppage time played. I think that'll just about be it. And Wolves will have a chance to try and regroup.
Yeah, they'll certainly need it. They'll probably feel like they've been suffocated this half, and it looks that way as well. So, chance to get in, get some information off the coaches, and reset and go again for the second half.
Free kick Everton. And,
A little bit of game management. 10 seconds left, free kick, just kill the game.
Well, you've got the opposition where you want them, inside their own half. That's the main thing, and that is the half-time whistle. And what a very, very satisfying 45 minutes of football for Everton. 3 goals to the good at the break. Goals coming on the 8th, 28th and 32nd minutes of the game from Campbell, Okoronkwo and Mills. And it's really put Everton in an unassailable position. And we will have a look at the goals for Everton as the half-time interval takes place and the players trot off in front of us. The first coming from Campbell's head, and it was a confident header as well, wasn't it?
Sure was, yeah. Great, well worked. Set piece, good timing, and a bullet header, yeah.
Stanley Mills had a shot which was gathered comfortably by Aaron Bjornsson in the Wolves goal, but then this second, Mills prepared to make that challenge. The ball breaking kindly, and Okoronkwo did the rest on the spin, really.
Yeah, good all-round play. Like I said before, you don't need to beat your man from Cat, and he swung that one in, stand nice and brave, and Frankie being where strikers should be in the box. Yeah,
just the slight deflection, but it doesn't matter. It was certainly on target, and Frankie's going to claim that one all right. It's
Absolutely.
his goal.
You try taking her off, Frankie.
And Everton persisted, and the referee made a good call because it was a foul. It was inside the box. No hesitation, pointing to the spot after Shaw McAllister had been brought down. And then a confident Stanley Mills.
Yeah, absolutely. Good play again, and good hold-up play from Sean, who's actually held most things that went into him today, and buys a foul, and Stanley nicely tucks it away.
So 3-0, and that was just after half an hour. And Everton still wanted to create opportunities, and a little dink into the penalty area, which Isaac Price almost profited from, but couldn't really direct his header to trouble the goalkeeper. But Everton very much hungry for goals here this evening, and that little flick back from Price for Okoronkwo should have made it 4, to be honest.
Yeah, it was great play. Be disappointed with that Frankie on his weaker side, but shouldn't really matter. He's a great finisher, no matter what side it's on, and he'll be disappointed. He certainly hasn't hit the target.
But very satisfying, as we say, and it should be a fairly easy half-time little chat for Paul Tate at the break, because Everton Under-21s lead Wolves by 3-0. We'll be back for the second half very shortly.
without looking to the viewfinder that it's black and white.
And welcome back to Finch Farm for the second half. The Everton team just making their way out. They have made a change. Einar Everson is on, and just trying to see who's missing.
Isaac
Looks
Price.
like, yeah, Isaac Price. Well, he's had a busy week.
Yeah, he sure has. And listen, first team will be in training tomorrow and stuff like that. And you never know whether people are here watching and you want to pull him so he can train tomorrow. But he's certainly done himself no harm.
Einar Everson, the Norwegian 21-year-old midfielder. He's not started a Premier League 2 game for the club, but has made 5 appearances from the bench this season. Make that 6 now. And he's on for the second half. And here come Wolves. I wonder how many changes they've made. None as yet, as I can see. So maybe it's a case of go and show what you can deliver,
lads. Go
lads.
and put it right. Yeah, you just took the words out my mouth, and it's not a bad decision.
Confirmation of the Everton change. Isaac Price withdrawn, who was a pivotal figure for Everton in the first 45 minutes, replaced by Einar Everson. And we'll see if he can do a similar job.
Yeah, listen, Einar's a great lad. He's another one who's been a bit unfortunate with injuries, but never see him down. He rolls his sleeves up, he does his pre-ab properly, and he comes back, and hopefully this is the start of a good run of games for Einar.
Is that the main reason for his number of games this season. Injuries have curtailed his progress.
Yeah, he comes back, he seems to hit a bit of form in training and gets himself fit, and when he's just ready, sometimes he has a little unfortunate niggle and sets him back again, but hopefully, like I said, he's ready to start kicking on now.
You know a fair bit about injuries as well, Joseph.
I sure do, yeah. That's why I take note in the ones who get them, because you're always wanting to put your arm around them. It can be a lonely place when you're injured.
When you have to retire before you're 30.
Yeah.
It's not great, is it?
It's sure not, no.
OK, we're ready to go for the second half, and Frankie Okaronko gets us underway. Everton attacking from left to right as we look in the second 45 minutes. Jose Baxter alongside myself, Alan Irwin, watching a comfortable Everton. Well, that was certainly the first half. We'll see how things develop in the second. Wolves will certainly want to put on a show, and I suppose the objective when you are 3-0 down is not to concede further in the second half.
Absolutely, yeah. First goal's vital, and I'm sure they'll be telling that at half time, go and get the next goal and see what they've got.
But Everton's hunger won't stop, will it?
Absolutely.
Here's Stanley Mills into the penalty area down that right hand side. There's nobody in support at the moment. He had 4 Wolves players around him. Probably take that many to stop him on most occasions.
Yeah, he's powerful once he opens his legs, Stan.
Here's Everson. Just trying to get the better of 2 or 3 Wolves players. No decision from linesman or referee. Do you think they knew it was a Wolves throw? Not sure.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a guess, but I think it was the right guess, to be fair.
You do see that quite often, don't you, even in Premier League football? Referee and assistant looking at each other. Free kick to Wolves here. Christian Marquez to take the Portuguese defender. It's not like Wolves to have a Portuguese player, is it?
Absolutely not, no.
The first team is plentiful in terms of Portuguese players, but a few class ones as well, I should say.
Yeah, and they've done brilliant for Wolves, and obviously this year's not going as well as they'd like, but over the years they've done really well, and some top class players like you mentioned. And it is Wolves trying to venture forward down the right with Lembakissa down the right, but blocked in the end, and it will be an Everton ball on the far side. No change in formation really from either side. Is that something that managers are tempted to do when things are going awry, really? Yeah, certainly at senior level, like we spoke about before. This is development, and I think they'd rather stick with the same formation and see if they can work it out themselves, unless, you know, some managers, they have different goals, different aspirations, and at this level they might want to win, which means they'll change the shape themselves. But certainly at this age, and these lads who are still learning, you'd want them to try and fix these problems themselves. Yeah, it's an important point that, that it's part of their development to adapt and adjust and put things right on the pitch. Here's Birtwistle down the left-hand side, and good work by Kyle John, but it will be a corner for the opposition. So an early opportunity for Wolves in the second half, which is just 3 minutes old. And Birtwistle, who won that corner down the left-hand side. And he's just made his way to the edge of the penalty area, and it's a packed 18-yard box. And this ball will be sent into the heart of it, and it has to be hacked away off the line almost. I think it was going in, but Everton kept it out, just about. Here's McAllister picking up for Everton down the opposite flank. It's a Wolves ball, and the Wolves player flattened on the far side in the shape of Tyler Roberts. He's got a bit to say for himself. Here's Marquez, and that's a loose pass which Mills is happy to pick up and advance forward before he's rugby tackled to the ground, and free kick Everton. Yeah, well intercepted by Stan, and you know, for anyone certainly at this level to get back and win it. I thought at one stage he done alright, Hodge, and then Stan won it back and he brought him down, which
resulted in a yellow card as well.
Yeah, resulted in a yellow card, but probably done his team a favour, to be fair.
Yeah. Aware that Stanley Mills could do some damage from that situation. So Everson over the free kick. Just played for Kyle John. Back with Welch. Laid off by McAllister, and Mills again. Just overran it. Just showed a little too much of it to Ollie Tipton. And again, Everton eager to win the ball back high up the pitch. Inside Wolves territory. And start again.
Certainly come on top in all individual battles all over the pitch. Everton, you see the 50-50s, they're coming out on top. Recovery runs, they're coming out on top. And even running forward with the ball, they're coming out on top.
Yeah, it's been something to admire throughout. A satisfactory evening for Paul Tate and his coaching staff so far. 3-0, 5 minutes into this second period. And a long ball for Burt Whistle, who might just get on the end of it. Looking for space to maybe get something into the penalty area. He's fouled on the edge of the box by Mills. It's a free kick. Just left edge of the penalty area. So a bit of organising for Everton to do defensively here. Free kick right on the corner of the box. It's one of these where you maybe could go for goal, but more likely to try and pick out a run across the face of the 6-yard box.
Yeah, it's one of them ones where you aim for the far post and hopefully someone gets a nick on it, and if they don't, you want it to go all the way through. So, bit of a shotgun cross.
Yeah, can cause goalkeepers a problem or two. But what can Wolves make of this? Everton did just a two-man wall, but wasted, I think is the term.
Yeah, definitely. I think in that scenario you go for pace and you try and keep the ball a little bit flat, and he's just leant back a little bit there, the lad, and done Everton a favour.
Well, he's been on set piece duty throughout as Owen Hesketh, but I'm afraid he hasn't delivered there, the Welsh under-17 international. There's Burt Whistle playing in Roberts. Roberts trying to use his pace, but Everton battling to win the ball back. Roberts again still has it, might get a shot away edge of the penalty area. Now Hodge, and lifted high over the crossbar and over the netting behind the goal as well. Chance for Wolves though.
Yeah, it is. It certainly have started these opening 7 minutes a little bit brighter than the first half, and I'm sure that's what their manager would have asked for at half time.
Joe Hodge is an Irish under-21 international, played in the Premier League this season. Started life at Manchester City, so he's not had a bad schooling.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I'm sure he'll be able to handle a football if he's come through that department.
There's a few. Here's Lembekissa for Tipton. Now Marquez. Burt Whistle. I was looking to keep the ball a little more in this second half, and as you said, Jose, they've started a bit better, a bit more focused and determined to make Everton think a little more. And defending by Welch in the end, behind for a corner.
Yeah, this was expected. Listen, he should be coming out all guns blazing. The first half certainly wasn't good enough for Wolves, and I'm sure their manager would have got stuck right into them at half time and told them that they need to step up. And same with Tatey. Tatey would have told these to expect these to come out all guns blazing as well. So both managers will know what to expect.
3-0 Everton lead, and determined to keep a clean sheet here. That will certainly be the order of the day for the Blues. Corner is played short to Burt Whistle, and Wolves trying to work an opening. Burt Whistle's ball in the end, half cleared by Everton, and then coming out for a shot at goal from Joe Hodge, which was deflected behind in the end for what will be, well, what's the referee given here? It was deflected behind by a Wolves player for a goal kick.
Went down in the box.
Yeah,
but again, two good blocks. Two really good blocks, Everton putting the bodies on the line, and that's what you need to do in terms of the first 10-15, where these will come out all guns blazing. You need to defend as a team, put your body on the line and just suck that little bit of energy what Wolves are coming out with, and hopefully kill the first 15 minutes of the second half.
Wolves have got another game to play before they play Everton again. Everton's next game is against Wolves on the 10th of April. But Wolves have got Tottenham away 3 days before that in the Premier League 2 fixtures. They've come to a conclusion in early May. See 5 more to play after this for Everton. And this season, that game at Wolves, then it's the derby match against Liverpool, which is at home for Everton. Defending to do here as Ong's lofted into the penalty area, and the shot from Hodge was blocked well again by Everton inside the penalty area. Another subsequent effort which Everton got bodies on the line, and the ball eventually gathered by Laban in the Everton goal, and the referee has blown for a foul inside the 6-yard box.
Yeah, Eli Campbell again, great block, saved the team a goal there, I think.
And Nathan Fraser's getting booked here, I think, for the challenge that came in on the goalkeeper after the ball was loose and subsequently gathered by Jean-Luc Laban.
I think he was alright there, Zan. Just think he was using his experience. Looked a bit of a nasty one, to be fair, but
Yeah.
stayed down that little bit longer and just tried to kill the momentum of Wolves' attacks.
Is he entitled to go for that, the forward?
Yeah, well, listen, I'd be disappointed
Yeah.
if my striker never put his foot in to
Yeah.
try and win that, and especially when you're 3-0 down, you want to try
Yeah.
and cause a little bit of something.
Yeah, indeed, more to the point. They've probably been asked to show a bit more aggression and determination, which in fairness they have done in the opening minutes of this second half, of which we've had 11 now. Everton coming forward down the left-hand side with Kouyaté. Chance maybe for Everton to try and open Wolves up now, but John for Mills. Anderson for John. Just got it out of his feet to deliver into the penalty area, but wrapped away by Wolves from just inside the box. And a foul gives Everton a free kick. Foul on Welch. There's a substitution coming here. Everton are making another change, and no surprise to see Stanley Mills withdrawn, and Jensen Metcalf is coming on for Everton in this second half. So Stanley Mills has done his job.
Absolutely, yeah. Another good solid performance from Stan, and he might be another one who's a part of the training group and part of the first team stuff tomorrow and over the weekend. So like you said, these lads will know how long they're going to play before the game, and
yeah, almost an hour for him.
Yeah, definitely, and good to see Jensen back as well and back on the football field, as he had a really tough injury, and hopefully he comes back the player he was before he got the injury.
Another of the 18-year-olds, Jensen Metcalf, his 5th Premier League 2 appearance of the campaign, and his 3rd from the bench. That's a decent ball in. It's flicked on by Everson, but beyond Okoronkwo. The Wolves thrash the ball away. And the referee's whistle sounds for what will be a Wolves free kick. Just a late challenge on the Wolves defender as the clearance was made. Here's Marquez. He's recovered from his earlier injury. And now Tipton. Kisser on that right hand side has given the ball away, and Everton playing it through towards McAllister, who'd made the run inside the 18-yard box. Now they'll try and get it in once more. Kouyaté down the left has to settle for the throw in.
Yeah, well jumped by Arner and great run by Sean. Just the final ball, let it down.
Everton's throw on that far side as we look. Everton having made 2 changes now, with Metcalf and Everson introduced in this second half. Here's John for McAllister. McAllister. Laid back for Metcalf. Now Campbell. Johnson Metcalf again. Trying to get himself involved immediately into the action, which he has done. And now Everson, who's done exactly the same since his introduction. That will be a corner. Good work again by Everton, and the reward is a corner on this right-hand side. So that means that Welsh and Campbell will make their way into the box.
Yeah, fancy himself again, Eli, I think, here. Strutting forward.
McAllister then to take. Metcalf thought about going short. Wolves have left just one outside the box. And McAllister to lift this deep, very deep. A header from Campbell, not quite. Okoronkwo, I should say, not quite. Couldn't direct it back into the danger zone.
I think the first corner, the short one that worked well, was near post, and Wolves will be expecting that. So I think Everton have tried to fool them a little bit there and go back post, but never quite worked.
Well, we're having a Wolves change now, and the replacement for Alfie Pond, who's been withdrawn, is Josh Essen, who's the 18-year-old who's come on for Wolves. He actually played against Everton Under-18s a few weeks back on the 7th of March. So he's got a taste of Finch Farm again. So just over an hour of the game gone. John trying to get the better of Hodge. Hodge comes away with the ball for the visitors. Before it's brilliantly picked up by Mackenzie Hunt. Made that his. Throw in though is Wolves on the opposition's right hand side. All the goals coming in the first half. Campbell, Okoronkwo and Mills on the score sheet for Everton. Mills from the penalty spot after McAllister was certainly brought down inside the box. Everton 3 goals to the good, and determined to keep a clean sheet in the second half. Here's Barnett playing it in for Hesketh. And Bikissa. Roberts down the right. Settles for the throw. Back with the keeper. Now Marquez. Here's the substitutes. Josh Essen, who's been brought on down that left-hand side to support Bert Whistle, who's played at left back. Here is Bert Whistle on the ball. Now Hodge. Wolves trying to work it down the right edge of the Everton penalty area, but Everton again defending well as the ball breaks kindly for Wolves in midfield now. And the shot again is brilliantly blocked.
Brilliant block, Jensen.
Metcalf on the edge of the penalty area. Made sure he got his body on the line. Chance maybe for Wolves to get one into the penalty area here. It's deep, and Roberts can't get a shot away. Hodge for Lembikisa. A bit more defending for Everton before the final ball played across the face of the penalty area and lifted high over by Ty Barnett.
Yeah, it's twice now, isn't it? I don't think Danny Webb, the kit man, will be happy with the balls going all the way over there, but that's twice now, and got themselves in good positions, Wolves, to be fair, in this half, and just the final little pass or the final shots let them down a little bit.
But they'll feel it's been better from their viewpoint. Everton still got work to do to keep a clean sheet in this game with another 26 minutes to play. But again, you can see Everton adding to their tally if they can get their game together in the final third again.
Substitutes always disrupt games a little bit, and players going off, players coming on, getting into the swing of things, and it looks like that's the case in this place. But to be fair, Everton have kept going and sold Wolves, and like we spoke about before, it's a development, and if that's Wolves' coach saying this half's a clean sheet and it happens, then I suppose they've learned from it.
Yeah, games can get a little stretched later on, can't they?
Yeah,
as players tire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Okaronko doing his work to pick the ball up and retain possession for Everton. Something that's important from a centre forward's perspective, isn't it? Especially when the ball comes into you with back to goal, hold it up and make sure you can bring other players into play. And it's something they've done well today.
You sure have, yeah. That Sean and Frankie, stuff that's went up to them, they've held quite well, brought others into play, and like I said before, it does breed the confidence from the team. As I say, that commentator's curse a little bit, Frankie gives it away, but for the majority of the game it's been really good.
Yeah, I've been used to that for many a year, commentator's curse. Here's Jensen Metcalf for Everton. Just saw McAllister a little short, and Wolves able to pick up possession, but Essen couldn't keep it. There is a free kick here, it's gone Everton's way as well. A rather crude challenge in the end by Essen, which gives Everton that free kick. To 3-0 and all's well. And Everton have still got opportunities to make more changes from the bench. Samuel Smith and Kobe Abere are on the bench as well as outfield players. If that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you said it a little bit better than me. Colby's
another 17-year-old, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's rapid, and I can sort of see Colby coming on. He's had 3 games in a week or so away with England, as we know, and I think it'll be more trying to down tools him a little bit, and I'm sure Colby will come on at some stage and show us how quick he is.
Yeah. Still only 17, and he did play against Wolves under-18 side here, say on the 7th of March, I think that one was. So a couple of the Wolves players also involved in that game. And it's Wolves on the ball with Bert Whistle before the challenge came in on him. And Everton have it. And a chance again to raid forward down that right-hand side, and it's good work by Metcalf, and he'll pull the ball back, and a chance here for Iversen. Just blocked on the corner of the 6-yard box before it's picked up by Chiarte and then lifted over the crossbar.
I thought he could have went first time, and that boils down to lack of game time and stuff. He's in the right position, he just couldn't sort his feet out quick enough, but in the box you don't get many touches. I think it was a nicely weighted pass back from Jensen, and they're the type of chances where you have one touch and it's all of a sudden disappears on you.
Yeah. Okaronko battling for it inside the Wolves penalty area, but
I think he just felt his hamstring a little bit after that as well, Frankie, which he might be seeing Colby a little bit earlier than expected.
Slightly hobbling at the moment.
Hopefully that's just a little stretch and nothing too serious.
The ball's out of play for a Wolves throw, pretty close to the corner flag. Bert Whistle to take. Looking for a bit of movement, I think, before he finally delivers. And Everton again doing their job in and around the penalty area, still looking to play their way out of trouble, and they've done it very nicely indeed.
Very well,
McAllister,
nice picture by Luke before it come into him, knew exactly where he wanted it to go, and it's half the battle as a midfielder as you're running towards pressure and you see him pressure with you, to have a picture before it comes into you. And well done, Luke.
And there's the crossfield ball to pick out McAllister again, supported by Kyle John. John, just looking for that, half a yard to get the ball into the box.
It's okay, it's unlucky.
Not quite enough whip on it to find Okoronkwo.
No.
Ball played on by Tipton on that far side to give Wolves an opportunity. They wanted a free kick, but not happening. And here's Luke Butterfield for Everton. Welsh into feet for McAllister, who
He's
was
done that
fouled
a couple of times today, Sean. He's got just got his body in there at the last minute, being box clever, and took the foul and got his team up the pitch.
Yeah, good work. And another free kick for Everton with 20 of the 90 to play. And another change. It's a double change Wolves are making here. Bert Whistle is being replaced by Kato Diawa. And the second change, we can just get a check on the board. Yeah, it is Nathan Fraser who's been withdrawn, and Owen Farmer coming on for him. So a couple of Wolves changes, and maybe one more to come in terms of outfield players, but it'll be Owen Farmer who leads the line for Wolves in this second half. He's an 18-year-old who's started 6 games this season, 1 goal. Everton will try and add to their tally, 3-0 up. And on the ball, uncomfortable at the moment, Everton. Just breaking and picked up by Metcalf, and he's played it wide for Kuyate, who's found a bit of space there. And then, I'm not sure whether he overhit that ball, but it has arrived at the feet of Kyle John, who's in the wide right position. And he'll go for a return as well inside the penalty area. John trying to turn away from Hodge, who stuck to his task and stuck with him.
Yeah, again, the counter press really good, keeping the attack alive.
Campbell thought about venturing forward and then brings in Hunt, and now Butterfield. Again, Everton patient.
Yeah, it's going a bit sloppy. A little bit sloppy last 10 minutes or so in possession. Certainly not out of possession, doing really well to retain the ball, but in possession just going a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, can be understandable, as you say, disrupted sometimes by changes, and maybe more afoot as well as far as Everton are concerned, having brought on Everson and Metcalf in this second half so far. Here is Metcalf driving on and getting a shot away, saved, and into the path of the incoming Kuyate, who just couldn't divert it into the Wolves net.
Yeah, he's done well since he come on, Jensen. Caught up to the speed of the play quite quick. It's always tough coming on as sub, and everyone's caught the second wind and you're just getting your first. But yeah, started really well. Great strike and unlucky catch. Well done for following it in.
Yeah, it was a sharp chance really, and a difficult one to take. Keeper pushing it out into the path of attacker and defender, who was quick to make the challenge as well. And here's Wolves, Marquez. Hodge not particularly happy with that sliding challenge that came in from Everson, but I don't think he caught him. The ball cleared. Oh, and a chance maybe.
Slide. Go on, Frank.
Just the wrong side of Okoronkwo.
Yeah, I think Hodge got his own back on Aina there.
There's a little tussle going on between the two. Hodge and Everson. And it's a long ball from Wolves this time. Too long. Which will run behind for an Everton goal kick. Just over a quarter of an hour of the 90 to play. And so far so good in the rain at Finch Farm.
Yeah, listen, for the majority of the game, Everton have been really good. Looked the side to most dominant. And like you said, first half, he couldn't have got much better, to be fair. It was always going to drop a little bit.
Wolves appealing for a penalty here, and they're still having a go before Everton get the block in, and Laban's able to gather.
Yeah, I think he was trying to buy that. I think he was waiting for contact. Reece got back in quite well and got his body across, but certainly not enough for a penalty for me.
No. I think the referee was in close proximity as well. Didn't see anything untoward. And here's Hodge for Wolves. He's been busy all day. And Barnett lifting it. And lifting it too deep. Roberts was closest to it, but it was always drifting behind for the goal kick. Here's the penalty incident that Wolves are claiming. There's not enough in that, really, is there, from Reece Welch?
No, certainly not. I think he's just got his body across quite well, Reece, and just used his physicality a little bit, but certainly not a foul.
No, certainly the Wolves head coach and Jamie Collins there calling to the fourth official. Appealing to the fourth official anyway. Foul by Butterfield, free kick Wolves. Hesketh again to take. And here's Tipton. Roberts. Kisser outside of him. He couldn't get the return ball to Roberts, and Everton should deal with it and do so. Bit of activity on the Everton bench, so probably the double substitution that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, looks like Colby's getting ready. Depending on how serious Frankie's hamstring was, it'll either be a straight swap or maybe Colby for Cat.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So give him around about quarter of an hour or so, including the stoppage time period.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting changed as well, so it could be that double one we spoke about.
Everton have it back. At the feet of Laban, and now Welch. Long it goes from the Everton centre-back over the head of Okaronko. That's the challenge in to win it back brilliantly for Everton. Now Kouyaté. Okaronko again, just looking for Everson with a little flick, which didn't quite come off. And the throw-in is the opposition's on the far side. Yeah, it's going to be a double change. They're both ready to come on for Everton. Kobe Abere and Ishi Samuel Smith waiting for the next break in play as Everton have possession here and give it away. Carl John doing his utmost to try and win it back from Essen. Here's Barnett. Whistle has blown for a Wolves free kick before the subsequent challenge came in. And Everton just delaying these changes. No, we are getting the changes, and Luke Butterfield is coming off to be replaced by Ishi Samuel Smith. And Kobe Abere is going to come on as well.
Yeah, I think he's going to put Kenzie into midfield, put Ishay left back.
Okaronko is coming off.
Yeah, straight swap Frankie for Colby.
Yeah.
Unless Cat goes up front and he throws Colby on the left.
So changes made. And when you're 3-0 up, you can afford to use all those outfield
yeah,
substitutes.
absolutely. It's a great experience for the likes of Ishay. I know he's played 21s games a lot and he's been up with the first team and stuff, but it's nice to get a run out. Always nice to get a run out under the lights, and especially when your team's winning. And same for Colby.
How's his twin doing?
He's alright, Holden. Yeah, he's alright. He's starting to put his hair a little bit like he shaves, so I think he's starting to want to be a little bit like him. I've been winding him up, but great lads, and fly the flag for the club brilliantly, both of them.
Yeah, great to see. Everton 3, Wolves 0, 11 minutes of the 90 to play, and Everton, with those 3 first half goals, have been in, I wouldn't say complete control in this second half, because Wolves have certainly had their moments and have put up a much better fight and made a game of it in this second half. Everton's work was certainly done in the first, as Tyler Roberts flashes one across the face of goal. That wasn't too far away, was it?
No, it wasn't, and he's been the bright spark, Tyler Roberts. He's kept going. He's been a bit quiet in the second half, but when the ball has come into him, he certainly looks like he's a threat. Yeah,
he took a return ball neatly into the penalty area and flashed right across the face of goal. And Luban stuck out a boot, didn't make any connection. Goal kick, Everton. There's McAllister, just can't keep it. Now Wolves with Hesketh. Ball into the edge of the penalty area, and that time Everton can get it away. And here is Chiarte, who's just switched over to this right hand side.
Yeah, well played.
Ball still with Everton, but run out of play by Mackenzie Hunt.
See, they're getting a little bit tired, a little bit leggy, the lads.
Yeah. Understandable after the hard work they certainly have put in tonight.
Yeah, brilliant. First half, every one of them are everywhere, and it is understandable to feel a little bit leggy. And
defending there by Metcalf was enough to tidy up again on the edge of the penalty area.
That's a good ball.
It's important
you'll
work.
see how fast Colby is.
Colby Abere for Everton. Holds it up, brings in McAllister. Now Hunt. Flicked inside once more for McAllister, trying to turn away from Hodge, who was stuck to his task.
Yeah, he has. He's another one, to be fair. He can hold his head up high today, and you can see why he's been up with the first team. He's showed a little bit of class when he's in possession, and he hasn't given up.
Everton's first team, of course, head down to Tottenham for Monday night football, don't they? Tottenham.
It's at home, innit? Tottenham come to Goodison.
What am I saying?
Yeah.
We've been down there.
Yeah. We'll all be there, ready for them when they come here Monday night.
Goodison and Goodison Park on Monday. Yeah, let's get it right. We were in London last time out at Chelsea, getting a very good result.
Yeah, we sure was.
So, don't head down to the capital, please.
No, certainly won't.
Everton beat Tottenham Monday night before it's Manchester United the following weekend. Big games, all of them. There's a few more left in this season for the Under-21s as well. 3-0 up here. And Campbell on the ball for Everton. It's the case of possession now and try and make Wolves work a bit harder to win the ball back. And Everton are doing the right thing, and they are making Wolves work.
He's done well, Eli.
Yeah, the ball inside.
Showed a good composure playing out and defended properly. Obviously got himself the goal.
Yeah, which he'll be very pleased about.
Oh, not sure, ref.
Free kick given. And the final Wolves change is coming with Candola coming on for Joe Hodge, who's, as we said earlier, done his bit and withdrawn after 84 minutes. 20-year-old midfielder makes way. Well, we can't say he hasn't put a shift in, so off he goes.
Yeah.
Wolves still determined to try and get one back. They do have possession. Here's Christian Marquez. Barnett. So again, good work by Mackenzie Hunt. Stuck to his job again on Barnett and won the throw as well for Everton. Hunt can't keep it there though. And here's substitute Candola in possession for Lembikisa. Candola for Marquez. And here's Ollie Tipton. Now down the left, Barnett. Hunt trying to stick with him and Everton do their job and motor forward themselves. Kyle John, no free kick. Hesketh, outside of him to the right is Roberts, gets back on his feet quickly and uses Hesketh again. Switched wide to Kato Diawa. His ball into the penalty area, volleyed well away by Reece Welsh, and that is good positioning, just on the corner of the 6-yard box almost, sensing where the ball is going to arrive at. And Wolves try again. Here's Ty Barnett. And the attempted ball in, well blocked.
To be fair to Wolves, they have stuck at it second half, like we spoke about before. First half wasn't good enough, and they'll know that. But to come out and make a game of it, fair play to them. Yeah, give them some credit indeed for the response after what was a miserable 45 minutes for them, but made miserable by an excellent Everton first half display. Yeah, let's not take nothing away from that. Everton were top draw first half. There's a high ball into the Everton penalty area, which sailed over a number of players inside the box before finally hooked away. And Everton can deal with it again on the edge of their own penalty area and before McAllister is fouled. Now, chance maybe for Bere to get a shot away. Well, it was some distance away from goal, and it didn't trouble the keeper from 30 yards. Lembikisa. Now Roberts. He hasn't given up either. No. He's got a free kick as well for his troubles. Yeah, the guy was a bit fed up with chasing him back, so took him down and give himself a bit of a breather. Is there a yellow card shown there as well? Yeah, there was a yellow card shown, yeah. And he's gone down, and let's not hope that's an injury, because to be fair to that boy, he hasn't had no luck at all. Yeah, he's hobbling back to his feet and hopefully okay, as you say. Final couple of minutes of the 90. It'll still be important for the coach to keep a clean sheet here. Yeah, he just took the words out my mouth. I was thinking that the lads will be again. Eli, another block. He's
great determination.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's been top draw. Eli
threw himself at that one again, and
he'll take some pride in that. The back five.
Yeah, and he can go in and talk about his goal.
Yeah, he sure can. I'm sure you won't hear the last of it either.
Well, why not? Everton clear. Marquez centre circle area, can just knock it wide left for Kato Diawa, and Everton do their job and win it back again. Kyle John, twisting, turning, but back with Wolves it is. Another ball into the penalty area, and thankfully the miscontrol resulted in Everton picking up possession again.
Yeah, just a bit of care on that regain. Just finding that first pass, killing the momentum of their press, and just putting our foot on the ball a little bit.
Everton 3, Wolves 0. I suppose you could say the majority of the game has been played in that half of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're waiting for it to come in this half, but it hasn't quite done it. Yeah.
But we'll be happy to see this out with a clean sheet. That's the objective now in the final seconds, really, before we head into stoppage time.
Yep. I think the ball's just going up as we speak.
Yeah. Clock ticks around to 90 minutes and 3 minutes of stoppage time to play here. So we can certainly confirm they've got that first win since the 22nd of January at Brighton. 2-1 victory. It's been 3 draws and 3 defeats in the interim period, but Everton taking the points tonight, starting the day in 9th place. There are a couple of other under-21 games tonight, but it will be Everton's 8th victory from the 21 played now, and more importantly, it's been a very confident display tonight, one that will please Paul Tate and his team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give them the encouragement to replicate it, of course, next time they meet Wolves in a couple of weeks' time, 10th of April to be precise, 11 days' time. Down the left-hand side, and Everton putting the ball into the penalty area, in fact swung behind, and will be a goal kick for Wolves, who themselves will suffer their 3rd successive defeat. And it will be 11 goals conceded in 3 games for Wolves, and they've scored 1 in that time, a 3-1 defeat at Brighton and a 5-0 home setback against West Ham.
I think they'll certainly take positives from the second half, Wolves, and hopefully take that into the next game for them, but certainly for Everton it's a good solid performance, and one Tatey and Keith will be really happy about.
3-0. 90 seconds or so remaining. Maybe time to get a 4th.
Yeah.
And Everton are attempting
like
it.
See one.
And then the efforts.
Only had me on my feet there, Sean.
Just wide. Not too far wide. It was difficult to see from this angle how close it was, but here's the replay, and you get a better idea of whether the keeper was concerned or not here from Sean McAllister's effort. It wasn't too far away,
it wasn't too far, no.
Yeah. And Bekissa for Wolves in the final minute of stoppage time. Goodison back with time to clear. Campbell
Been really good at that, Everton, winning the second balls, whether that being our defenders heading them down and the midfielders picking it up, or whether that being into the strikers and supporting them. It's been certainly Everton have been on top in that department.
Yeah, plenty of positives.
Again.
Yeah. Welsh this time, and now Metcalf. And it's just a case of keep the ball.
Yeah.
In the final seconds.
Nothing silly. Yeah, well
Nothing
done,
silly at all. It's been a tremendous Everton display over the 90 minutes. The task was completed inside the opening 45, to be honest with you, with those 3 goals from Campbell, Okoronkwo and Mills from the penalty spot. Wolves certainly responded well and didn't give up the fight, put a much better second half performance, and Everton had to be on their mettle and concentrate and defend stoutly, and they did exactly that. But their work rate was exceptional throughout, and as mentioned in commentary by Jose, first to the ball on so many occasions, and worthy winners as we look back on the goals.
Yeah, definitely worthy winners. Like you said, they got the job done the first half, Everton, and actually deserved and rewarded themselves with taking the foot off the gas a little bit in the second half. Isaac goes off, Stan goes off, Frankie goes off. That's normal. It has an effect on a game when substitutions and disruptions come to a game, but all in all, great performance from Everton.
Okoronkwo got the second, as you saw there, and then the third with McAllister brought down just inside the penalty area. Stanley Mills did the rest confidently from the penalty spot, sending the goalkeeper diving away to the keeper's right and straight down the middle. And Mills with his 7th in the league this season in 11 games. Not a bad return
No, not at all. Not at all. He has got a
bad
goal in
return
him.
from a broken toe either.
Yeah,
So-
I think, yeah. Like you said, when he stepped up for that penalty, we were hoping it didn't hit
Yeah.
his broken toe, but lucky enough
No.
for Stan, got great connection and great finish.
There weren't too many chances for Everton in the second half. A couple that were lifted over the crossbar, but I think that can be expected. As we say, the job was certainly done in the first 45, and more importantly, it was the clean sheet that Everton were intent on keeping. That was the chance there that fell a bit sharply to Chiarte, which he couldn't find the back of the net with. And defensively, Everton was sound and solid throughout, and that probably was the closest Wolves came, the effort from Tyler Roberts.
Yeah, definitely. I think the back five was solid, like you said, and you know the front lads done their job and got the goals. And at half time, I'm sure the back lads would have been saying, "Come on, clean sheet to each other. That's our task for the day." And they didn't have any clear-cut chances at all, Wolves. And I think that one there, what we've seen from Tyler Roberts, was probably the only one. So all in all, great team performance, solid performance, and a great defence performance as well.
And a pleasure to have you alongside me, Jose. So thanks very much for your company and analysis throughout, and a bit more insight into the under-21 lads that I'm not too familiar with.
Yeah.
But great stuff indeed, and a 3-0 scoreline from any viewpoint is very, very satisfactory. I think we'll take that for the senior team at Goodison on Monday night. But here from the under-21s, thanks for your company throughout the evening, and a very satisfying night indeed. Everton 3, Wolves 0.